Hi and welcome to another story, and today we have part 5 of the story of Tracy Beaker by Jacqueline Wilson, continuing from page 140. You can see the signs of suffering on little Tracy Beaker's elfin face. This very, very intelligent and extremely pretty little girl has been grievously treated when in so-called care. Her lovely, talented young mother had to put her in a home through no fault of her own, and in fact she might soon be coming for her lovely little daughter, but until then dear little Tracy Beaker needs a foster family. She is deprived and abused in the dump of a children's home. Why are you laughing, Cam? Abused, Cam spluttered. Look at my hand, my knuckles, that's blood, you know. Yes, and you got it bouncing your fist up and down on poor Justine's nose, said Cam. You're the one who deprives and abuses all the others in your home. Yes, but if I put that, no one will want me, will they? I don't know, said Cam. If I were choosing, I'd maybe go for a really naughty girl. It might be fun. I looked at her and went on looking at her, and my brain started going tick, tick, tick. I was mildly distracted when we got a McDonald's. I ate a Big Mac and a large portion of French fries and washed it down with a strawberry milkshake. So did Cam. Then she had a coffee, and I had another milkshake, and then we sat back stuffed. We both had to undo our belts a bit. I got out my article again and showed her some more, but she got the giggles all over again. I'll give myself hiccups, she said weakly. It's no use. Tracy, I think it's great, but they'll never print it. You can't say those sort of things. What? That Tracy Beaker is brilliant and the best child ever? It's true. Maybe, but you can't say all the other things about Justine and Louise and the rest. But they're true too. No, they're not true at all. I've met them. I like them. And you certainly can't say those things about Jenny and Mike and your social worker and all the others. You'd get sued for libel. Well, you do better then, I said huffily. What would you put? I don't know. Maybe I don't want to do the article now anyway. I think I'd sooner stick to my stories and blow the money. That's not a very professional approach, I said sternly. Maybe you ought to give up writing. Maybe you ought to do some job that gives you a whacking great allowance. Looking after someone. You get an allowance for that. Cam raised her eyebrows. I can barely look after myself, she said. Well then, you need someone to look after you for a bit, I said. Someone like me. Tracy, Cam looked me straight in the eye. No, sorry, I can't foster you. Yes, you can. Stop it. We can't start this. I'm not in any position to foster you. Yes, you are. You don't need to be married, you know. Single women can foster kids easy peasy. I'm single and I want to stay single. No husband and no kids. Good. I hate other kids, especially boring little babies. You won't ever get broody, will you, Cam? No fear. Holding that little Wayne was enough to douse my maternal urges forever, said Cam. So, it could be just you and me. No. Think about it. Cam laughed. You aren't half persistent, girl. Okay, I'll think about it. That's all, right? Right, I say, and I tap her hand triumphantly. Can I phone home now? I sound like E.T., don't I? We've got through 2 videos of that already, so can TB phone home? Only she doesn't have any change. Cam gave me 10 pence, and I went to the phone by the ladies and gave Jenny a buzz. My heart did thump a bit when I was waiting for her to answer. I felt a little bit sad when she told me that Mum hadn't come, even though that was the answer I was really expecting. But I had other things to fuss about now. I whizzed back to Cam. Well, have you had your think? Is it okay? Will you take me on? I asked eagerly. Hey, I've got to think about this for ages and ages, and then I'm almost certain it's still going to be no. Almost certain, but not absolutely 100%. What about you? Are you absolutely 100% sure you'd like me to foster you? Well, I'd sooner you were rich and posh and that, so that I could get on in the world. I think you'll get on in the world without my help, Tracy. No, I need you, Cam. I looked straight at her, and she looked straight at me. We still hardly know each other, she said. Well, if we lived together, we could get to know each other, wouldn't we? Cam, Camilla, that sounds classier. I want my foster mum to sound dead classy. Oh, Tracy, give it a rest. Me? Classy? And I told you, I can't stick Camilla. I used to get teased, and that's what my mum always called me. She pulled her face. I was shocked by her tone and her expression. Don't you like your mum? I said. Not much. Why? Did she beat you up or something? No, she just bossed me about. And my father too. They tried to make me just like them, and when I wanted to be different, they couldn't accept it. So, don't you see them anymore? Not really, just at Christmas. Good, so they'll give me Christmas presents, won't they, if I'm their foster grandchild? Tracy, look, it really wouldn't work. It wouldn't work for heaps of practical reasons, let alone anything else. I haven't got room for you. I live in a tiny flat. I'm quite small. I don't take up much space. But my flat's really minute. You should see it. Oh, great. Can we go there now? I didn't mean, Cam began, but she laughed again. Okay, we'll go round to my flat. Only I told Jenny I'd take you back to the home after lunch. TB can phone home again, can't she? I suppose so. Tell Jenny I'll get you back by tea time. Can't I come to tea with you too, please? Tell you what, we could pretend to be a posh ladies just to please you and have afternoon tea. About 4, although I don't know how either of us could possibly eat another thing. And then I'll take you back to the home by 5, right? What about supper? And look, I could stay the night. We're allowed to do that, and I don't need pyjamas. I could sleep in my underwear, and I needn't bother about washing things. I often don't wash back at the home. Great. Well, if you ever live with me, I said if, Tracy, then you'd wash all right. Now, don't carry on. 5, back at the home. That'll be quite enough for today. I decided to give in. I sometimes sense I can only push so far. I phoned and Cam spoke to Jenny for a bit too. TB's phoned home twice now, like E.T. Do you know what E.T. got? I said hopefully. Smarties. You'll be in the Sunday papers tomorrow, Tracy. The girl whose stomach exploded, said Cam. But she bought me Smarties all the same. Not a little tube, a great big packet. Wow, thanks, I said, tucking in. They're not just for you. Take them back and share them with all the others. Oh, I don't want to waste them. You're to share them, greedy guts. I don't mind sharing them with Peter or Maxie or the babies. Share them with everybody, including Justine. She stopped off at another shop too, a baker's. She made me wait outside. She came out carrying a cardboard box. Is that cakes for our tea? Maybe. Yum, yum. I'm going to like living with you, Cam. Stop it now. Look, Tracy, I seem to have got a bit carried away. I like seeing you and I hope we can go out some other Saturdays. Great. To McDonald's. Is that a promise? That really is a promise. But about fostering, I'd hate you to build your hopes up, Tracy. Let's drop the subject now and just be friends, okay? You could be my friend and my foster mum. You're like a little dog with a bone. You just won't let go, will you? Woof, woof. I'm getting good at making her laugh. I like her, quite a lot. Not as much as my mum, of course, but she'll do until my mum comes to get me. Her flat came as a bit of a shock, mind you. It really is weeny, and ever so shabby. It's in far worse nick than the home, and you should see her bedroom. She leaves her pyjamas on the floor too. Still, once I get to live there, I'll get her sorted out. Help her make a few improvements. Show me your books then, I said, going over to the shelves. Did you write all this lot? No, just the ones on the bottom shelf. I don't think you'll find them very exciting, Tracy. She was dead right there. I flicked through one, but couldn't find any pictures or any funny bits or even any rude bits. I'll have to get her to write some better books or she'll never make enough money to keep me in the style to which I want to become accustomed. Maybe I'll have to hurry up and get my own writing published. I got Cam to give me a good long go on her typewriter. It took me a while to get the hang of it, but eventually I managed to tap out a proper letter. I left it tucked away on Cam's desk for her to find later. Dear Cam, I will be the greatest foster, bestest foster child ever. You'll see. With love from Tracy Beaker, the girl whose stomach didn't explode. It did nearly, though. Guess what she bought for tea? A birthday cake, quite a big one, with jam and cream inside. The top was just plain white, but she took some of my Smarties and spelt out TB on the top. So that's it. That's all my cake, I said happily. Aren't I going to get a slice? Asked Cam. Oh, yes, of course, but I don't have to share it with anyone else. I had to share my proper birthday cake with Peter. Wasn't that mean? I thought Peter's your friend. Well, he is, but still, you don't want to share your birthday cake even with your bestest friend ever, I said. Only I started thinking about it all the time. I was chomping my way through my first great big slice, and my second slice with extra jam and cream, and my third weeny slice, and my nibbles at a bit of icing. This is much better than that birthday cake at home. At the home, you know, I said. Good. Peter's gone out with this dumb-sounding old auntie and uncle today, I said. Has he? But I bet they won't take him to McDonald's, or buy him his own special cake. Maybe not. Well, seeing as we are friends, Peter and me, and we share a birthday, and we shared that other birthday cake, maybe we ought to share this one too, I said. Shall I take a slice back for my friend Peter? I think that would be a good idea, said Cam. I'll wrap up a slice for Peter, and another slice for you, just so long as you promise me you won't throw up all night. So Cam gave me the knife, and I closed my eyes and wished really, really hard. I bet you can't guess what I wished, I said to Cam. I bet I can, said Cam. I'll tell you if you like. Oh no, you're not supposed to keep You're supposed to keep birthday cake wishes secret, said Cam. I pulled a little face at her. Then I thought, here, if this is a sort of birthday, then it's a pity there aren't any presents too. I paused. Hint, hint, hint. Do you know what you are, Tracy Beaker? Absolutely shameless. But it worked. Cam looked all over her room and stared for a while at her bookshelves. I thought I was going to end up with a boring old book, but it was much, much better. She went to her desk and picked up her Mickey Mouse pen. Here we are, Tracy. Happy unbirthday, she said, and she pressed the pen into my hand. Just for a moment I was lost for words, and that doesn't happen very often to me. I was scared I might even get another attack of my hay fever, but I managed to grin and give her the thumbs up sign and show her that I was ever so pleased. We got back to the home at 5, on the dot. Trust her to be punctual at the wrong time. I made a bit of a fuss on the doorstep. I sort of clung a bit. It was just that I was enjoying myself so much that I wanted to go on enjoying myself. That's not being difficult, is it? But it's still okay. She's coming next Saturday. She's promised. 12 o'clock. We have a date. Me and my future foster mum. I'm going to make that wish come true. It took me a bit of time to calm down after we'd said goodbye. I missed out on tea, but it didn't really matter, seeing as I'd had more than half my cake, and the McDonald's lunch and the Smarties. There were still quite a few Smarties left, just no red ones, or pink, or mauve, or blue. They're my favourite colours, but there were plenty of the boring ones to share with the others. When I came out on the quiet room, I collected my Smarties and the 2 slices of cake. They got a bit squashed as I was saying goodbye to Cam, but Jenny helped me spruce them up a bit and put them on a plate. I went to find Peter. He was up in his room, sitting on his bed, looking a bit quiet. Oh, I said. This older couple, they didn't turn up? Oh, yes, they did, said Peter. But they were pretty awful, yes? Never you mind, Pete. See what I've got for us. Look, really yummy cake. Thank you, Tracy, said Peter, and he took his slice absent-mindedly. No, they aren't awful, Auntie Vi and Uncle Stanley. They're nice, actually. I bet they didn't take you to McDonald's. No, we went and had fish and chips. My nan and I always used to go and have fish and chips, with bread and butter and a cup of tea. Boring. I had a Big Mac and French fries and a strawberry milkshake, 2 actually, and then Cam bought me these Smarties, and then she bought me this really incredible cake, and even put my name on the top. It was my extra special cake, and I could have eaten it all up by myself, but I asked her to save a big slice for you. So I did. And you haven't even started on it yet. Don't you like it? It was meant to be your big treat. Oh, it's lovely, Tracy, said Peter, munching politely. It's ever so good of you. I told Auntie Vi and Uncle Stanley all about you and said that you were my best friend. They want to meet you very much. Well, it's no use them getting interested in me. I'm going to be fostered by Cam. You wait and see. Really? That's wonderful. You see, I think Auntie Vi and Uncle Stanley want to foster me, Tracy. That's what they said. They want to take me almost straight away. So you're zooming off and leaving me in this dump, are you? I said. Terrific. Well, I don't want to leave you, Tracy. I told them that, but if you're going to be fostered too... Yeah, well, Cam's desperate to have me, but you shouldn't always rush into these things, you know, Peter. You should think it over carefully. I know. That's what I've been trying to do, said Peter. Tracy, no matter who fosters me, who fosters you, we can still stay best friends, can't we? And visit each other lots and write letters. I'll write you letters with my very own special Mickey Mouse pen. Want to see it? Oh, Tracy, you didn't nick it from Cam, did you? Cheek! What do you take me for? She gave it to me, Dumbo. I told you she's dotty about me. OK, we'll make a pact. We'll stay best friends no matter what. Here, you're leaving all the icing. Don't you like it? Well, I was saving the best bit till last, but you have it, Tracy. I want you to have it, really. It's quite good sharing a cake with your best friend. Then I went round the whole home with a packet of Smarties. I gave one each to everyone. I even gave one to Louise and the new girl. They were upstairs together trying on the new girl's clothes. Justine was downstairs, at her window. Her dad hadn't turned up. She had a new sticking plaster on her face. She was sniffling. I looked at her. My heart started going thump, thump, thump. I went up to her. She turned around, looking all hopeful. She thought I was Louise, but it looks like Louise might have a new best friend now. Louise is like that. Justine jumped a bit when she saw it was me. What do you want, Tracy Beaker? She mumbled, wiping her eyes. I've got something for you, Justine, I said. I thought I was going to give her a Smartie, but you'll never guess what I did. I gave her my Mickey Mouse pen. I must be stark raving bonkers. I hope Cam can get me another one. Next Saturday when I see her. When she tells me that she's fought it all over and she wants to be my foster mum. This started like a fairy story, and it's going to finish like one too. Happily ever after. And that is the end of the story of Tracy Beaker. Obviously, there are lots more Tracy Beaker stories if you'd like to check those out, and maybe I'll be doing a few more on my channel very soon. If you'd like to subscribe or hit a like, that's always appreciated. Thanks for your support, and thanks for listening, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.